Okay, I'm going to be very straightforward and just say I'm not really in the mood to film this. I'm not in the mood to really share this. Like I do actually like tell these stories to like every single person that I meet and have a conversation with, but I'm not really in the mood to like film it in this format because there is a part that will get confusing that like I'm going to struggle to explain. So that's why I've been putting this off. But the thing is that if I don't do this, like it's going to continue to come up. I've been putting this off since April and it is now August, so I am caving and I'm going to come in here and say some of the experiences that I've had with spirits, with ghosts. Ghost is a strong word, but spirits um that I like, that I think are cool, and um I, yeah, so here we go. Here we go. All right. Um So, to start off, I'm going to start off before I was born with my grandmother because she is the one who kind of introduced me to all of this stuff. Um, she was taught how to do tarot, probably sometime in the 90s, and then she would do my mom's tarot for her over a cup of coffee, like pretty often. And there was this one day where my grandmother said that she had the cards laid out in front of her, and then her eyes blurred, and in like the shadow of like I don't know, somehow her eyes saw a woman losing a child in the womb. I don't know how she saw that, but she did. um and so she tells my mom in the middle of the card reading that my step grandmother, so my mom's stepmom, is going to get pregnant with twins and lose one of them in the womb. And so my mom, like any rational person, would take that with a grain of salt because that is a hefty, hefty, hefty thing to say. And my mom kept that to herself. That's not really something that you share with someone who is pregnant with twins. And yeah, so that ended up happening. My step grandmother did get pregnant and she lost one of them in the womb. And it's just one of those things where it's like, what the fuck? Like I don't know how you get that from a tarot reading, but like it was a download. It was whatever. Like it was a spirit, you know, telling my grandmother a message to give my mom a heads up, I guess. So that was something that had happened. And then a fun one that I like. So when I was in college, I started to date this person, and I didn't send anybody any pictures of them. I didn't. Uh, yeah, I didn't share any to my mom. I didn't share any to my sisters. Nobody knew. And I lived far because I was away at college. And this person didn't have any pictures on their social media of their face. I didn't post any pictures of them. But I was on the phone with my grandma one day, and she was asking me questions about this person, and she was like, "I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw him. Let me know if this is what he looks like." So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Whatever you want to do on your Tuesday, And so she sends it to me, and it's literally him to a T. Like the cheeks, the mustache, the shape of the glasses. Like you can't look at that and be like, that's not like that. Like they are identical. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. And I wish I had that too. And I hope that I can get it someday. Um, she's not. She says that she's not able to do things like this anymore. And I I don't know. I would like it. I would like it. I want to experience it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. My next experience is with a man whose house I used to clean. His name is Robert. Robert was a psychic medium. Um, I didn't really know him. I think I only met him like twice or so, but I just always, as a teenager, admired him because he was gay, and like, I'm a lesbian, and like, I didn't think I knew that at the time, but like, I don't know, there was just like some kind of like I loved him. Like I didn't need to meet him that many times, and also like he didn't really not give me the time of day when we did meet, but I don't know, I still really liked him. And so when I found out that he had passed away, like I was really devastated, and I only actually just stopped crying about it this year. Like every time I would think about him, I would cry. Um, and he probably didn't really know me like that, but he didn't know me. He didn't know me, and I didn't know him, but nonetheless, I would still be upset. And the point that I'm trying to get to is there was this one Christmas where we were talking about him and because my parents knew him too. And later that night, we all get followed by him on Instagram. Meanwhile, he had already passed away at that point. So it was just like one of those things where like Robert was just letting us know like that he was aware that we were talking about him, and that like just to say hey. So yeah, and I've been asking him like, can you have me bump into Teresa Capito? I really want to meet Teresa Capito. Can you please let me meet Teresa Capito? And I have yet to meet Teresa Capito. So Robert, please, 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 please. I will do anything that you want. I will do anything. Please. Um, Next we have the full moon in Capricorn of 2023. I'm a Capricorn rising. The full moon was at 0 degrees, I think, or close to there, and I'm a 0 degree Capricorn rising. Um, it was activating a grand trine in my chart between Venus in my ninth and Jupiter in my fifth. I don't know if that's like relevant, but I think that it's relevant because of the fact that spirituality was involved and also like romance in a sense. And then with the first house, like it being about identity. So on that day of that full moon, I came to the conclusion that I'm a lesbian, and I was really bummed because I was just like, fuck, because I am someone who continues to wear a mask. I'm COVID aware, and just like all the other airborne viruses and things. Like I'm very aware, and so I was just like, fuck, because I was just like, I had already heard that like the dating pool was going to be small, being a lesbian, and then to add that extra layer of taking COVID precautions, I was just like, fuck, 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 fuck. And at that time, I didn't really know how to like make internet friends or anything like that. Like I was so not online. I'm a little bit better at it now, but at the time, no. And so I was just really weepy that day. It was a yearning kind of day, and I was yearning, and it was just like not great. I was not feeling awesome, and I felt like shit, and I felt really bad, and it did not feel great. And so I was mourning and weeping and grieving, da da da. And so I had asked in that moment, like, okay, like lesbian, the spirit, people, like the ghost, like please, like put me out of my fucking misery, please. Like help me get rid of this feeling. Like I hate this feeling. I hate this. I hate this. I don't really yearn that often anymore, honestly, actually, and it feels pretty good. Sometimes I do, but like not often. But anyway, my point is that um yeah, I asked and I received. And in that moment, like, I felt like I was being hugged. Like, I felt like if you have felt the presence of like spirits in a room with you, like, or at least for me, like, hear it in the air. Like, it feels, I hate to be like the veil is thinner because I hate seeing shit like that, but like, there was like, I don't know how to describe it other than like, it feels thinner. I, I had goosebumps on my arms. Like, I felt like I was being hugged, and I was just like, what the fuck? Because I don't know how many times I've prayed for like relief from pain and nothing has happened, and if anything things got worse. And so in that moment when I was just like praying for like help to like stop being depressed about this and like let like kind of relieve some of that like sensation of yearning, and it happened instantly, and like I was just like, what the fuck, and I'm just looking around my room. And so I just sat in the feeling for a little bit and was just like, and the knowledge and the belief that like there were spirits in the room with me and they were helping me in that moment. um and so after a couple like little bit of time, I like was went over to my candle and I was journaling and I was just like talking to them, and I was just like, hey, thanks for that. And then like I had said, like, can you please like send me somebody who's around my age, who's COVID cautious, who is a lesbian, who lives nearby, like, can you send them? Or, thanks. And then I didn't, like, I just let it go, didn't think it was gonna happen, whatever. 2 weeks later, I am on Instagram, and I randomly repost a jewelry necklace that a jewelry account reposted, or had posted. And I'm not someone who wears jewelry. Like, I have my earrings, I have my facial piercings, and like that's the extent of the jewelry that I wear. And so for me to randomly like repost this, like it was just like kind of random. Um, and it turned out that the person who that was, burping, I'm sorry, was a COVID aware lesbian around my age who lived nearby. And we were friends for a while, and okay, all right, magnet fell. And it was just one of those things where like like it had like I made the request during the full moon in Capricorn in my first house, and then when it was the new moon in Cancer, I can't remember if I just said that detail or not. When it was the new moon in Cancer in my seventh house, and seventh house rules over other people, and new is new and this person comes into my life like right after I had X'd for that. Like it was just one of those things where I'm like, damn, you're listening to my prayers. My prayers are answered. Like it was so cool. Great. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And because of that, like context, like I was really attached to this person because I was just like it was just such a cool story, like to me, and I was just like, oh my god, like it's fated, like meant to be, whatever. And yeah. Um And now here's where like I don't exactly want to tell this part because like one of these stories is kind of like I think is a little bit embarrassing. And then also like it gets confusing and like muddy and I don't remember the order of like when things happen. So I'm like reluctant to talk about this, but like I also still feel the urge to talk about it, like and to like share it because it was just one of those things where I'm just like, damn, this is cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Okay. So here I don't this is and the way that this is gonna be executed, it might be a little confusing and okay. But so let me start off with my the King of Wands. Um, so basically, when there was a period of time where there was discourse on Twitter because Lily Rose Depp and 070 Shake, I think is their name. They were trending on Twitter and um, discourse like can lesbians be boyfriends? Can lesbian be boys? Blah blah blah. And I was like, in my room, like shuffling my deck, whatever. And I was just like, damn, like I wish I had a lesbian boyfriend. And then I was just like to my deck, thinking like oh, I wish that like I can have like a ghost lesbian boyfriend connected to my tarot deck because like I always confide in my tarot deck, like they're always there, like and literally have been since I was 14. I'm 26 now, so like damn, we've known each other for some time. And so like and I was just like a little joke, like I wasn't serious. And also just like side context, like I like I have like a ghost thing, like I would love to be possessed or something like that and like have some like raunchy shit happen. But so like that was another kind of like context of like that coming out of my mouth. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I said that like damn, like I wish that damn tarot deck, like I wish you could be my lesbian boyfriend. And then right as I said that, the Two of Cups and the King of Wands fell out of my deck. And if you know anything about tarot, like the Two of Cups is like a card of relationships. And then the King of Cups, I mean, sorry, the King of Wands is an archetype of a lesbian boy, like it could be, like it is a archetype of a person. And I was just like like it's one of those things like you're listening, like well, I was only kidding, I was literally only kidding. And so yeah, then it just like became like my inside joke with myself that like the King of Wands is like my lesbian boyfriend, like whatever. Didn't verbalize it out loud because didn't feel like explaining until I have a tarot reader who I adore. I think that they are so skilled, and I tell everybody about this person. I really hope that somebody actually gets a reading from them someday. But they are, we are in an economy, like we live in a recession, and yeah. And so, but at the time, like I was investing money into readings, more, yeah, and I would get them every couple months, and well, this is where I'm like, oh, why do I tell the story? Because like there's so many things I can get into. So I guess I'll stick with the King of Wands thing. So basically, after my King of Wands, like whatever, that's my little boyfriend, fine. Then I'm talking. I'm not talking. I'm getting a reading from my reader, and in the middle of the reading, they stop and they go, I usually don't do this unless it's like a meet your guides reading, but I'm feeling like really called to like say this right now. You have a spirit guide who's here, who's like really pushing through to like know like they're here with you, and it's represented by the King of Wands. And the purpose of them showing up is to help you like step into, like remind you like you have power over you have power. Like you don't have to just like it's not, life is not about like things like happening to you and just happening to you and happening to you. Like you also are an active participant in your life. And it was just interesting because like the King of Wands, I just had that little like Two of Cups, King of Wands like lesbian boyfriend kind of thing like just happened. And then that happened, like that showed up like pretty soon after, and I was just like, wow, wow. Like oh my god, wow, whoa. So yeah, that's that. That's one of them. That's one of it. anything else to add to that? And oh, yeah, there actually is. So back to the King of Wands, some more. Okay, so I've been going through something, and so I one day I did a spread for myself, and I pulled like the card was like, what is what archetype am I embodying right now? And I got the Magician, which like is a pretty good archetype to have in that moment because like just on a surface level, the Magician represents like you have like the resources that you need, like now you just gotta use them. You can make something happen. And then I had asked like what spirits are with me in this moment, and I got the Temperance card, which Temperance is an angel in tarot. It on a surface level represents like patience and balance, and it's a generally positive card to get. And then I had gotten the Six of Cups, which is a card of like unconditional love, and just that's the keyword that pops into my head. And then the Nine of Cups, which is like wish fulfillment. And so I was just like, okay, like these are pretty good cards to have as far as like angels go and like spirits and just like who is around me and like supporting me. I was like, that's cool. And I said, like, okay, what are you here to help me with right now? And I got the Three of Swords. And if you know what the Three of Swords is, it's a card of like getting like in Rider Waite, it's like a heart with like three swords in it. In my deck, it's like a girl and she's like holding her heart and she's like bleeding. And like there's a swords in the heart. And I was just like, and I've been going through something, so like yeah, like they were helping me grieve through it because I had been kind of avoiding that grief process for a little bit. And just like pretending like this is fine. I can muster through it. Da, da, da. And I was not allowing myself to feel like the depths of my emotions. Um, and so as I had pulled that Three of Swords, I saw it, I acknowledged it, and I turned over my deck, and on the bottom was the King of Wands again. So not only were those three, a Temperance Angel, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Cups there with me with that beautiful energy right there, but the King of Wands as well, who is my tarot card lesbian ghost boyfriend. And so like in that moment, like I was also like I took edibles. And so I was just like feeling like a little extra too. So I pressed the deck to my heart and I sat with the grief and it fucking sucked. And it was just another one of those times where I just like felt like I was being hugged by spirits. And it was just pretty damn cool if you ask me. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Okay, next. So back to my tarot reader, that I would get readings with every couple months. Um, so one of like the things that like done popping up in every reading, essentially, there was just like so many synchronicities, and like I would say more details, but I don't want to air out my business like this. But essentially, like there was a person who they kept on telling me to let go of, and I was just like I was letting go of so many people except for this person because I was just like, it can't be this person. Like it can't be. It can't. I didn't want it to be. And so I we ended up we're not talking anymore. But they had told me like if you let go of this person, like you are going to make a lot of money. And I was just like, I don't care. Like I don't care about money. Like yes, money is important because you need to pay your bills and da, 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 and like whatever. But like I don't. That's not what I value. Um, and let's just say like when this person left or when it was we both it was just a mess when we stopped speaking essentially. Um, I started to make like I'm comfortable now. Like I used to have to crowdfund just to like get like basic like to pay for my phone bill and stuff like that. Where now like all of my bills are paid and my car just broke down and I'm not panicked about it. So that rang true, and I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then something that I'm like sitting with from my last reading that I had gotten with them back in June was that like they were telling me like I need to sacrifice some of my relationships in order in my life to be happy. And I just did that. I just did that a couple times, and I am starting to feel happier and better and lighter and just freer and just like I do. I just do. And something that like back to like struggling to let go, like I was like it wasn't even just that person that I was struggling to let go. Like there was a couple people I was struggling to let go. And something that my charity was saying, like you are fighting tooth and nail to try to have both, try to bring new people and new experiences into your life while holding on to the old ones. you can't. And so, like, it's not like, and what they had said was, oh, oh. Okay. Okay, they didn't say that exactly, but not in those words. I'm trying to figure out how to put this on. Okay. They said that. Oh, I hope you can hear me. Oh, uh, oh, no. Okay, whatever. It's only for a second. So they said, like, basically, like, the life that I want versus the life that, like, I'm suffering through. Like, if I stay here, like, they're, like, it's going to, like, magnets, like, they're going to repel if I don't let one of them go. And I feel like I'm at a place where like I've let go. I'm still trying to let go of it like emotionally, mentally, but I am feeling like it is leaving my body. I'm working through it. I am moving through it. Um but it's something that I hold on to from those readings that I had gotten. Um so yeah, I feel like there was more. Oh yeah, okay. So I also just the last part, I think. Do I have more? I did take notes. Yeah, I do. Okay, like I said, I would get readings from that reader every couple months. Um, and like they're like 20 or so minute readings, they're video readings. They say a lot. And I didn't remember, like, so for example, like I'm just gonna say random months, but like there was a time where I had went back and I had watched multiple videos just to see if there was like a theme. And like there was this one time in August that they were saying like your spirit team is trying to like get you to step into the King of Swords energy. And then again they had said the exact same thing in January. And the thing is that my reader like does the readings live, so like they'll just record, hit record, shuffle, and start, talking. Um and they say themselves like they don't remember what they say. So like it was just one of those things where like, oh my spirit team is trying to get me to embody this archetype. And I had been somebody who really, really, and I still am, and I'm working on it, but like struggles to say what I'm thinking. Like I people please, and I try to sugarcoat and da 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 instead of like getting to the like slicing through the bullshit and getting to the core of like what I'm trying to say. Um, and I don't know if that's exactly what the King of Swords symbolizes. I would have to look it up, but that's like what I took of that. Like I'm someone who can see. I see. Um, and I actually this morning, when I had pulled my cards, I had asked like what archetype am I embodying today, and I got the King of Swords, and I was just like, yay! Like I made it! Like they wanted this for me, and I got it, so I'm happy about that. And okay, so back to like the person like when we were letting each other go, and it was just kind of like flailing, and it was just like a mess. Um, I am not someone who's like big on deities. Like I don't really, I'm not in the mood to like build a relationship with them. Honestly, like no offense, like I have my King of Wands. Like what else do I need? But regardless, Hecate, if that's how you say it, or Hecate, Hecate, I like Hecate, but they approached me, and I never really worshipped them or anything, or like really kind of did anything for them, but they did approach me, and I don't know how to describe it here, other than like I never looked up deities, and then suddenly a lot of Hecate things were on my timelines and on my YouTube feed, and I was just like, "What is this?" And I looked it up, and it's like, she goes over like the crossroads or something, and it was just like I was at a crossroads in that moment over like what decision do I make, um, and I think to start like really letting this person like trying to find a way to like let this relationship end, and like let it go. Like I don't know. I really I attribute that to Hecate like helping me out and like helping and like pushing me to like make a turn at a crossroad. Like figure out which way to go. And I have not interacted with Hecate since. I haven't felt them. I haven't seen them on my feeds. Like, but I know that like they were there for me. I think so. Um, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. Actually, there's probably so much more, but like I just don't remember off the top of my head. Okay. Well, I've been talking for 24 minutes, so I'm gonna go. But yeah, thank you. Bye. Oh, also my tarot reader. I want to plug them because I adore them, and I just want to say they do like Taylor Swift, and I do think that's a red flag. No offense, Ashton, if you see this, I'm so sorry, but like I don't like Taylor Swift, and I think Taylor Swift is questionable, but I think that you were very skilled, and so I'm still gonna say I think that they are worth getting a reading from anyway, or subscribing to their Patreon or whatever. But it's either Witch Ashton or the Witch Ashton. I'll look it up, but like, you know, I don't know how to edit, and I don't really feel like learning right now. But I'll post a screenshot. Like, this is who I've gotten readings from, who I am continuously amazed by and admire, and yeah. So there's that. Okay.